I went for the audition.
Voilà, mon gars.
And then I didn't hear anything for about 5 weeks. I just assumed it was gone. And then I got a phone call. That moment for me was the sort of realization that I wanted to do this as a career. Before that, it had always been this just fun thing, this like hobby that I did. And suddenly I was in the middle of this very professional production with lots of eyes on it. I just had the best time. And I remember being 10 years old and being like, oh, I want to do this in some capacity, whether it is being on stage as a dancer or a singer or an actor. Like, I just wanted to have this kind of creative lifestyle. So it was a real turning point. That was an incredibly popular show in the UK at the time. It sort of was the launching pad for so many brilliant actors that we still get to enjoy today. For me, I'd just very recently left British soap opera. And, you know, then having a career after that was always sort of not expected for someone who had been in a soap. And there was a lot of stigma, a lot of kind of snobbery around actors who had done something like that. So for me to kind of get into a show that was very critically acclaimed and had this huge audience, you know, and I only did the one episode, but to work alongside actors like that and to watch and learn from them and work with the directors that we had, it was just such a like joy. And I just felt so lucky and so happy, especially in the sort of like world of like high concept kind of television. It definitely gave me a bit of a like taste for it, you know, such great writing, these kind of very big sort of high concept ideas and set pieces. I was like, ooh, yeah, this is a bit of me. When I got the job, I was very much an out-of-work actor at the time. I was working in retail in a job that, to be honest, I didn't enjoy that much. It was a tough time. And I was like very down on myself. I was very like, you know, this acting thing's not really working out for me. I was literally looking at schools to go back to. And then, yeah, that sort of changed my life in a way that I can't really quite put into words. I was not expecting it. I went for the audition.
Voilà, mon gars.
And then I didn't hear anything for about 5 weeks. And traditionally, if you don't hear within a few days even, whether you got a call back or whether you didn't get it at all, they've gone in a different direction, like you just assumed that it went away. So 5 weeks went by and I heard nothing. So I just assumed it was gone. And then I got a phone call. It was so unexpected and it changed my life in such a beautiful way. And suddenly, and I remember the moment of realizing that I now had to do it. And I was like, oh my God, I got this part. And then I was like, now I have to do it in this huge show that I'm a massive fan of. And what if I mess up? And like having that, but I had to just realize like so many people auditioned and they chose you. And so, you know, you've earned your place here, like you've got something that they want. And so like, just go and do what you do. And it was really it really built my confidence. And my experience on the show was really beautiful. And I made some really great friends. And we just like the quality of the work and the writing and the crew and everyone, like it's the best that you could ever hope for. And I felt myself really grow as an actor. I was working with these sort of experienced, like, and especially in the British sense, like national treasures as far as I'm concerned, acting royalty.
I serve my queen because I want to serve my queen.
It really kind of helped push me, I think, just in my career, but just like personally as an actor, I really sort of learned so much. Fast and Furious was just such an amazing opportunity, and like it really kind of took me into that action space, you know, and watching leading actors like, you know, command and, you know, the screen and the space. And yeah, I definitely was like watching and taking it in and being like, I want to do something like that and take the leading role in some capacity someday. And, you know, I've always sort of felt that way, but I think with each job and you watch how people do it and in the different ways that they can do it. And yeah, I think that this movie really was like a combination of all of the different jobs that I've done.
But I don't drive, okay? I never got my license. I don't know how to drive. And, you know, no one really drives in London.
The fact that I've like got to a point where somebody's gone, we want you to lead a movie, like it was overwhelming for me. I remember just feeling really emotional, like the few days leading up to my first day of filming, I just couldn't stop crying. I just couldn't believe it. I just couldn't believe it. Not that I couldn't believe it because I believed in myself, but I just was like, wow, like you've been working for so many years since before I did The Lion King, like working for so many years, like just in that hustle, going through all these ups and downs, and like now you're leading a movie, and I just like, it's hard to really articulate, but I'm just so blessed and so grateful to have worked with such an amazing group of people that have taught me things all along the way, and then, you know, kind of accumulated in this moment where I'm working with another great team. Jess was such an amazing leader for us, and wonderful co-stars. I just feel so blessed, and like, yeah, I sort of have to pinch myself a little bit sometimes.